once upon a time, I had an individual who we went to school together. And he wanted me to come over to his house, and he lived in our neighborhood. But I had never been to his house. I wasn't sure where he lived. And he said, I live on the same street that you live on. I just live down it a little bit. And so I remember I asked my dad, can I go to this person's house and hang out with this person? And my dad said, yes, as long as you don't cross Highland Boulevard. Now, if this was our street, there'd be a street here, and right at the halfway point was Highland Boulevard. And we lived way down here. And so as we began walking, as we would get closer to Highland Boulevard, I would ask this individual, where's your house? And he'd just say, oh, just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. Well, we came to Highland Boulevard, and he said, I'm just across Highland Boulevard. And I thought, well, okay, close enough. And so we crossed Highland Boulevard, and speeding up the story, we actually ended up just about at the end of my street. So we were way past Highland Boulevard. And I don't remember what we did that day. I just remember that it wasn't, that whatever we did, it was uneventful. But I was always bothered by that, because I thought, if this person, knowing what my dad had told me, deliberately kept saying something so that I would disobey my dad, that this is probably not somebody that I want to hang out with. And I don't ever remember hanging out with that individual ever again. As a matter of fact, other than that story, I don't even remember his name anymore. But I can say that I think that there is a great spiritual lesson in that story. So let me just use an example. Do you know where the grocery store is? That's a long walk, isn't it, from here? And it would take us a while. But how do you get there? One step at a time. And if you just keep taking one step in the direction of the store, you'll eventually get to that store. And I thought, you know what? This person is teaching me to go one step at a time in a way that disobeys my parents and could get me in trouble. And that's kind of how sometimes when we speak of the devil and temptation, that's how that happens. Well, it's just a small step. It's not a big deal. And the next thing you know, you're being told about another small step and another small step. And so pay attention to the little things, and always make sure that you surround yourself with people who encourage you to take the right steps in the right direction. That's why it's so important to be in church, to be with people who love you and who encourage you, so that together we take the right steps in the right direction, and that we make our Heavenly Father happy. So will you pray with me, please? Dear Lord.
Dear Lord,
Thank you for loving me.
thank you for loving me.
Help me
Help me
to always take the right steps.
To always take the right steps.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.